Welcome back to the channel, where we dig into the royal stories everyone's talking about. Today we're looking at a headline that's been making waves. No way back. King Charles will never reconcile with Harry and Meghan. This isn't just another rumor. It comes straight from royal biographer Tom Bower in a recent interview, and the message is brutally clear. There is no path back to the family fold for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Think about where things stand right now. Harry and Meghan are living in California, far from the palaces and the protocol they once knew. They stepped away from royal duties in 2020, citing the need for privacy and independence. Since then they've built a new life. Netflix deals, a Spotify podcast, books, interviews, and a public narrative that often put the royal family in a very difficult position. But after years of distance, accusations, and revelations, the bridge back to Britain appears to have been deliberately burned. Tom Bower, who has written extensively about the royals, didn't mince words. He said the king sees any attempt at reconciliation as coming from a place of desperation rather than genuine regret. Harry and Meghan have faced real financial and professional challenges lately. Their high-profile streaming contracts have either ended or underperformed. Brand partnerships haven't materialized at the scale they once hoped. Meghan's various projects, from her lifestyle brand ideas to potential political ambitions, keep pulling in one direction, while Harry seems to quietly long for something simpler, perhaps even a return to some kind of family connection. Yet the king isn't interested in playing the role of rescuer. Charles has spent decades preparing to lead the monarchy in a modern, streamlined way. He wants stability above all else. Inviting the Sussexes back into the fold would reopen every wound the family has tried to close. The Oprah interview, the publication of Spare, the repeated claims of racism and neglect inside the institution. Those moments still sting. For the king, letting that drama return would be reckless. He believes it would destabilize everything he's working to protect: the reputation of the crown, the position of the Prince and Princess of Wales, and the long-term future of the monarchy itself. There were brief flickers of possibility. When Charles was diagnosed with cancer, there were reports of short, private meetings. Some people hoped those encounters might soften the king's stance. Others speculated that time and shared vulnerability could create an opening. Those hopes have faded. The palace has stayed quiet. No invitations have followed. No joint appearances have been arranged. The Invictus Games will take place in the UK next year, and there's been talk of Harry asking his father to attend the opening ceremony. So far the answer has been silence. Charles isn't going. There will be no photo opportunity, no symbolic gesture, no sign that the door is even slightly ajar. William remains the biggest obstacle of all. The future king has made his position unmistakable. He sees the damage that was done to his wife, to his children, and to the family's public image. Reconciliation with Harry would mean asking William to stand beside someone he no longer trusts. That isn't going to happen. Charles understands that siding with one son would alienate the other, the one who will eventually wear the crown. In that equation, the king has already made his choice. The Sussexes now find themselves in a difficult spot. They can't fully commit to being private citizens because their public profile still trades on their royal past. At the same time, they can't return to royal life because the institution no longer wants them. The strategy of playing both sides, Hollywood celebrities one moment, wronged royals the next, is losing its effectiveness. Public sympathy has cooled. The narrative of victimhood no longer lands the way it once did. Without the backing of the monarchy, their brand loses a unique selling point that money alone can't replace. Tom Bower's conclusion is stark. He likened the situation to a New York taxi driver's blunt dismissal. Forget about it. There is no way back. Pride, protocol, and the need to safeguard the monarchy outweigh any personal longing Harry might feel. The king has closed the book on this chapter. Any future olive branch would be seen as weakness, and Charles has decided the crown cannot afford to appear weak. So where does that leave Harry and Meghan? They keep moving forward in California, launching projects, raising their children, and navigating life outside the royal bubble. But the dream of a meaningful reunion, the kind that includes forgiveness, acceptance, and a place back inside the family, seems further away than ever. The longer the silence continues, the more permanent it becomes. This isn't just a story about two brothers or a father and son. It's about an ancient institution trying to survive in a modern world. It's about the cost of public criticism, the limits of forgiveness, and the reality that some rifts may never heal. What do you think? Is there any scenario in which King Charles changes his mind? Could Harry and Meghan find a way to rebuild trust? Or is this truly the end of the road? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.